Hi there, my name's Stephanie and I'm here with my very first YouTube video. I filmed this a couple times and I haven't been able to get it right, so we will try it again. Today I'm going to start my YouTube channel with a project called Pan Those Eyeshadows. So for anybody that doesn't know, you concentrate on a certain amount of eyeshadows and then you just keep using it until you can see the silver pan at the bottom. I noticed when I noticed the last couple of years, with everything that's going on, you couldn't really go out and do anything, and I just bought eyeshadow and makeup, and now I have lots of it. So I just, want to concentrate on using up what I have, try to make myself realize how long it takes to use the products that I have before I go out and buy new ones. So I've already rolled for everything for my eyeshadows, so I will just show you which ones. So to start off, I got number 105, which comes from my Disney Designer Midnight Masquerade palette. And I've got number 105 is this one here, and it's called Mama Odie, and it is, oh, it's hard to see with the, doesn't have too much usage on it, but it's a nice nice inner eye corner or shadow, or I'll just show you what color it is. Super shiny, and it's kind of got like a shift to it. It's hard to see in the camera, but so we're gonna use this. So I'm gonna use it 30 times or until I hit pan, and then I'll roll it out. I've also, since I have about 80 eyeshadow palettes, I've taken about 20 of them, and just I'm gonna pull from those, as those are the more fall. Going into fall, I'll use those eyeshadow palettes. So that's the Midnight Masquerade by ColourPop. And then after that, I got number 84, which ends up being from my Roxy. These are really bad shadows to have. So it comes from my Roxy Revolution Ride or Die palette, and it is the shade Boo, which, if I can do it without blinding you, is this shadow up here. It's again pretty easy shadow to use, I would think. I'm going to take my watch off, so I'm going to run out of space. So it turns out to be just a regular creamy color, so that would be good for an all-over shadow or a blender shade. So that will be used. Then I got number 90, which is from the same palette, which I'm okay because I've only have 20 palettes that I'm using in the next 3 months or so. So it won't matter if it's the same shade. So the shade is Firework, which is the shade here, which is a pinky shade, so that shouldn't be too hard to use. Oh, sorry, nope, it's the one above it. This one here is it looks more terracotta or something in the viewfinder there, but it's a reddish these are really hard to see, a reddish pinky shade. So we'll use that one 30 times or until I hit pan. And then I got number 118, which is from my Nomad Cartagena Magica palette, and it is this very green fluorescent shade. So that will be fun to use. Oops. Ooh, she's powdery. So that's that color there. It's almost the same color as my walls. So we use that one 30 times or until we hit pan. And then the last shade in this section is was number 9, which is from my Disney Designer palette. And it is, number 9 is One Kiss. So that is, oh, another glary one. Nice gold shimmer shade. So that shouldn't be too hard to use either. And we'll put it at the top. So it's very goldy, coppery color. So those are the shadows that I'll be using, which are super easy colors, I think, for maybe my first round. So they should be able to get some good use and easy. Which I'm surprising because most of my shadows are pretty colorful, so I don't know how I got these ones. So then I have a couple more palettes that I'm going to work with. To start with, I have all these ColourPop. What are they called? They're all like one shade, mostly. And I never use them because I find I usually only use one palette per day and just take the colors from that. So when you get like a monochromatic, I kind of get bored because you're just doing the same colors all the time. So I decided to take the palettes and just create my own palettes. So I've been working on this color story here. So I just pulled the shadows out because they have magnets on the back of this full, it was all red shades. These ones might be original ones, and then I added these ones in here. So I'm not concentrating on just one, I'm just going to use them all. So I'm going to use it until it gets one pan, and then we will change out the color story. Yeah, I think that's, so far I love using it. I usually just do these 3 shades here and then pop of color in the middle. So there, you get a lot of different looks out of just these 9 pans. So we'll concentrate on that. I have a big stack. Let me see if I can grab them. I have a stack of all the different colors. So those are all the colors that I'm taking, or the shadows that I'm taking them from. So this orange one is all orange shades and green and everything. So we'll work away at those, see if I can get some usage on them, because I kind of used them all like 4 times and then lost interest. The other shadows, oh, I did the same thing with this is just a magnetic palette. So I went through all the stack again, and I created this color story, I guess you call it. So for this one, because the pans, they've barely been used, I think I'm going to use it for the month, and then we'll change it out, and we'll see how much usage I can get on it. So that is that one as well. Love these shades. The other thing is I have a whole bunch of these small 5-pan palettes from ColourPop, like a stack of them. And again, there's like not a lot. There are a lot of monochrome colors, stories, and I never use them. You do 1 or 2 different looks, and that's it. So I'm going to pull out this Bambi Thumper palette from ColourPop, And again, I've only used it about 5 times, and then I got tired of it. Or I just got bored of it. I never pulled it. I would just pull some other ones that I enjoyed. So this one, I'm gonna try to use it until I hit a pan. And again, it's a pretty easy neutral color story, so it should not be hard to be able to use a lot of those shades. And then once I hit pan, I'll roll it out and grab a different one. The other palettes that I have are these big palettes, and I have about probably 10 of them, a lot of ColourPop, and I have the Tati palette and a bunch of other palettes, but they're pretty much brand new looking, except for the mess there. But and I just never pull from them because they're like the opposite of these ones, is that these I don't get a lot of inspiration. These I get kind of overwhelmed. So I'm gonna work on this. I'm not gonna pick a certain shade maybe, or maybe I'll pull all my inner corner highlights. I don't care if it's like a easy color to start off with, but I'm just gonna use this till I hit a pan on something, and then I'll roll it out and we'll pull in another big one. And then lastly, I have my Limoncello palette from ColourPop, and I absolutely love this palette. But even if I've loved it, it does not have a lot of usage on it at all. There's not too many dips or anything, but I feel like I've used it a lot. But this is going to be in my, I'm going to try to use it 100 times. I have a long time to go, but I really want to see what this looks like after using it 100 times. So I'm not going to roll it out till we use it 100 times. I'm not going to force myself to use it 30 times or every day or anything like that. We're just going to work away at it. I never get bored of this color story. There's just so much you can do, even though it's super natural or neutral. So, and that is all my palettes that I'm going to be working on for September and going into fall. So I'm hoping that it will be easier to use, be more inspired to use shadows if I've clumped them together into seasons. So I've taken all my 80 palettes and put them all into seasons. So once, what would it be? September, October, November, so December on to February. Then I'll use my winter palettes, and then the next quarter and the next quarter. So thank you for watching my channel. I hope you enjoyed it, or bared with me anyways. And I hope to see you in 30 days to see how I got some use out of these palettes. Thank you for your time, and hope to see you again.